Has talked about the turnovers as the West Monroe Rebels make their way onto Cougar Field, wearing all white tonight, blue helmets, blue numerals, and they have got that crowd on the other side mighty revved up. What a beautiful place it is to play. Why don't we take a chance and check in with the Teresa's Flooring sideline report and see if we can pick up our man on the sidelines, Stanley Dupuy. Apparently not. I hear Stanley talking to the football players and encouraging them, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff, the national anthem, and we'll bring you this regional playoff game here from Cougar Stadium in Lafayette, Louisiana. Well, Jim, I think we're back from Cougar Stadium as the St. Thomas More Cougars make their way onto the football field amidst a cloud of smoke. They've got the fans hyped up here.
Bill, they're actually in the stands.
Oh, yeah, they're in the stands.
The football team is in the stands, folks.
They have come into the stands, and they will make their way on to the big Cougars right out in the center of the field. Interesting enough, it looks just like the Penn State Nittany Lion logo. And as a matter of fact, that word before the football game this afternoon was that Penn State has contacted them. They'll have to remove that emblem before next year.
Penn State's pretty proud of their emblem, and they don't want anybody else to use it.
Well, apparently not. And so the Cougars make their way on the football field. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Everybody, they're actually in the stands and got this crowd pumped up. And they'll go directly to midfield, and I guess they'll huddle there and then come right back to the sideline. So we're in for a dandy treat. And this one is going to be a good one. Two teams that have proud traditions. Great coaches, great coaching staffs, well-disciplined, and pretty well evenly matched. You've got the starting lineup, Jim, for the Cougars of St. Thomas More.
Well, offensively, center Jeremy Reed, 5'10", 240-pound junior. The guards, Matt McClain, 5'9", 240-pound senior. Right guard, Andre Huval, a 6'1", 300-pound junior. The tackle's been, is that Domain?
Domain.
6'3", 250-pound senior on the other end. Another big one, 6'4", 230-pound Hayes Berthelot. That's your offensive line. That's going to be key for the Cougars tonight. Emil Joseph is the quarterback, 5'9", 200-pound senior. And initially, Matt DeGraw, number 14, a 6'2", 215-pound senior, was the quarterback to begin the season. He got hurt, missed the first 6 or 7 games, and Emil Joseph took his place, and DeGraw hasn't been able to supplant him since.
Kind of won that spot, Jim, and what he'll do is he will certainly go from the Wildcat formation as we see. Now we're about getting ready to get set now for the national anthem. I'm not sure that our folks can hear it back home, but we'll pause and take this break.
Thank you for the gift we share. We are forever in your debt for your great love for us. Remind us always that our only true victory is in you. We ask these things through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
desk, and captains getting ready to make their way onto the football field for West Monroe. Quad captains, number 94 will be Matt Gilly, number 91 Kiki Mingo, number 7 DJ Banks, and number 5 Ladarius Abrams. For the Cougars of St. Thomas More, number 2 Andre Ozine, number 3 Jesse St. Julian, number 25 Cooper Jeremy, and number 99 Zach Knight.
Ozine and St. Julian, of course, though, those two guys are running backs for the Cougars from St. Thomas More. Jordan James, we didn't mention the wide receivers, but he's an outstanding wide receiver, 6'3", 200-pound senior. He has 43 catches on the season for 647 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 15 yards per reception. So he's a good one. Philip Freeman is the other wide receiver, a 6'1", 170-pound senior. He's caught 26 passes for almost 500 yards.
Jim, you know, when you talk about this team, it strikes me that of the 22 starters for St. Thomas More, 20 are seniors, only 2 juniors, that being Andre Huval, the big junior guard, and I believe Jim Van Bremen, the defensive tackle, who's taking over tonight for an injury that was sustained by the starter, Taylor O'Quinn, and he'll be out, won't be dressed.
Well, that's the initial word we got. I'm not sure who won the toss, but I do know that West Monroe will receive the opening kickoff.
West Monroe will get the ball first, and they'll be traveling, I believe, south to north as we get ready to get things underway here at Cougar Stadium. The 8-3 Cougars of St. Thomas More and the 10-0 Rebels. Rebels ranked number 1 in 5A. St. Thomas More got here. They lost the first game to St. Paul, 13-10. They won, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row over Catholic, Woodlawn, Westgate, Zachary, Sulphur, Como, and Plaquemine. They lost 2 to Barb, and back-to-back, 1 to Barb, 1 to Acadiana, and then they won of course, the opening round, as Jim told you earlier, against North Shore. We'll have to stand up to bring you the kickoff. Back deep for West Monroe, number 10, Paul Turner, will be back deep. The kicker for St. Thomas More is Tyler Listy, number 28. So the Cougars will kick and defend the north end zone. The Rebels will drop Turner deep, and they will go south to north. We're waiting for the official signal for this regional playoff game to get underway. Here's the kick from Listy. It'll be nice and high as Turner will take it in the end zone, and West Monroe will start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Didn't get a note if Tyler Kane was injured, Jim. He normally is the kick returner. He wasn't back there.
Well, Bill, he had a knee injury this week, had to get an MRI. He was cleared to play, but how much he will play, having not been able to practice much this week, is unknown.
All right, well, DJ Banks will lead us onto the field. 1st down and 10 for West Monroe. Talton at fullback, Abrams at tailback. Wide receivers split to both sides, pro-I formation. Banks under center. Calls for the football. Here's a keep by DJ Banks, and he'll find no running room at all. Will Stevenson, the 5'10", 195-pound senior, makes the tackle, and he'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for West Monroe.
That time just a good read inside by Will Stevenson. It looked like the quarterback DJ Banks and the fullback Talton kind of ran into each other, and that disrupted the option play.
Barfield comes to the near side, Remedios to the far side. Again, I backfield for West Monroe, Talton and Abrams. Here's Banks calling for the football. Going to try to run the option, cuts it up, has a little bit of running room across the 20-yard line out to about the 22. And he'll get 3. It'll be 3rd down and long for West Monroe. Again, Will Stevenson, number 59, the linebacker, on the stop for the Cougars.
Well, let me tell you what, St. Thomas More anticipating West Monroe to run the option. They played the option extremely well the first 2 plays of this ball game.
3rd down and about 8 for West Monroe. 4 wideouts in the game. Manning comes in, and I believe Kane as well. Banks in the shotgun. Abrams back in the backfield. and flags are flying. It'll be a legal procedure called initially. That's a preliminary indication against the Rebels of West Monroe.
Bill, I don't see Tyler Kenny in the ball game, so he must not be 100%. You've got Manning, you've got Barfield in there at receiver, also Ramirez. I'm not sure who the other young man is. I see Brazier on the sideline, so it can't be him. But I haven't seen Tyler Kane as of yet.
3rd down and 13 for West Monroe.
That's Deion Fowler.
Empty backfield for West Monroe. Fowler, Manning, Ramirez, Brazier. Banks looking to throw. Going to just call his own number with the draw play. Not much running room as he gets across the 25 up near the 27-yard line. And West Monroe, in its initial possession, will have to punt the football away into the breeze.
And they pick up all of 2 yards on their first possession. That time, all 5 receivers just ran streaks, just straight down the field. They were trying to open up the middle for DJ Banks. He was running a designed quarterback draw, but he couldn't get past that initial defensive line.
I believe that's Sammer Maju back to punt for West Monroe. Here's the snap, the kick, it's up, it's good. And it'll hit it about the 45. It'll be taken at the 40-yard line by number 1 for St. Thomas More. That's Ed Benevue, and he'll bring it up to about the 42-yard line. So the Cougars will go on offense. 1st down and 10. They'll spot it at the 42.
Defensive for West Monroe. It's going to be Chase Gonzalez at nose guard, Matt Gilley, Jordan Allen at the defensive ends, Barkevius Mingo, Blake Brazel, Omar Sadecki, and David Ely. The linebackers, Blake Brazel, fighting a little injury, and so hopefully he'll be able to go the distance tonight. Cornerbacks Jonas Tyson, Vincent Bell, and the safeties Robert Lay and Sammer Maju.
The Cougars line up with number 14, Matt DeGraw, at quarterback in the shotgun. One back in the backfield. He'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it right up the middle. He's got running room. 45 up near the 50-yard line across midfield into Rebel territory at about the 49.5-yard line. Pickup of about 9 on that one. It'll be 2nd down and a long one.
Well, Bill, DeGraw was the quarterback at the beginning of the season. He's the running quarterback. He lost his job to Joseph after he was injured. So when you see DeGraw in the ball game, look for the run. The Rebels, I think, just missed that personnel on that last play.
Now DeGraw lines up at fullback. Here's Joseph under center. He'll fake.
He's going deep.
Looks long, has a man out there. Nice defense by number 18 for West Monroe. That is Jonas Tyson. Tyson knocked it down at about the 25. The intended receiver out there, number 8, was Philip Freeman.
And Bill, number 14, Matt DeGraw, coming back in at quarterback. And so you've got a key on the running back, but you also got a key on that young man. On 2nd and short, they try the deep pass. Look for the run here on 3rd and short.
Cougars got to get it to the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 2. DeGraw in the shotgun. One back there. Here's a snap. Here's DeGraw looking for it. He's got the 1st down and then some. Across inside the 45, near the 40-yard line. He's tripped up short of the 40 at about the 41-yard line. So the Cougars get the ball in good field position, get an initial 1st down, and they're driving the football. 1st down and 10 from the 41 of West Monroe.
No secret about that. DeGraw took the shotgun snap from center, just ran to his right, made a nice cut inside the linebacker, and picked up a big 1st down.
Joseph now back into the football game. 2 backs back there with him. Shotgun formation.
And they draw the Rebels
offside.
Bill, I think that's DeGraw in there at one of those running back positions in the shotgun.
First 3.5 minutes not faring well for the Rebels of West Monroe. Nothing to do on offense for them. Had to punt. And the Cougars have come out, got an initial 1st down, now drew the Rebels offsides. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 36-yard line.
Well, they have a great kicker in Tyler Listy, and if St. Thomas More won the opening toss, you know, they knew they could pin the Rebels back up at their own 20, and I think that's what they decided to do, and they were able to do that and hold them 3 and out.
1st and 5. Joseph hands off to the up man is number 3, the running back.
Ball's loose, and it's on the ground. The Rebels think they have it. It's still on the ground. I mean, there is a scrum, folks. That ball was rolling and rolling and rolling. I think about 6 or 7 guys had a chance to pick it up, and St. Thomas More says they have it, but there is no signal.
We're waiting as the referees unpile, and it is St. Thomas More football. So a big break for the Cougars as they mishandle it after the initial hit from West Monroe, and they pick up all of that. They're going to have a second down, pick up about 9 yards on that play.
Well, they pick up 4. It was first and 5 after the penalty. Picked up 4 yards on the fumble. It was probably a gain of 1 at best before the fumble, and the fumble advanced the ball an additional 3 yards, and now it's second down and a great opportunity for the Cougars here.
Joseph now sends DeGraw into the slot to the left side, and he's back under center. Little handoff to the up man, and he's got running room to the outside. No, he'll be taken down short, I believe, of the 33-yard line. So he'll maybe lose a yard. It'll be third down and short for the Cougars.
That time the Rebels shifted to the right side of the field, and that was the play that the run was going, and they were in great position. No room to run for the running back from St. Thomas More. Lost about a half a yard.
But again, a manageable third down for the Cougars now as the ball's placed on the 34.5-yard line. DeGraw now out in the slot to the right side. Here's Mingo shifting over, quarterback keeper, and he is going to be close. Oh, yeah, he's got a first down. Got all the way to the 30-yard line, didn't need but the 31.5. So another first down, the Cougars' second of this drive. It was 7:05 remaining. We've got no score. But the Cougars looked impressive on their first possession.
Well, right now they look simply efficient to me. They had great field position at about their own 42, 43-yard line. They picked up 2 first downs, not picking up big chunks of yardage, but doing just enough.
Joseph now under center, eye backfield, 2 wide receivers, hands off to the deep man. He's got running room. Across the 25, inside the 25, down to about the 22. Andre Ozine will get the call, and the senior 160-pounder picks up about 8 yards. So every time St. Thomas More's had it, Jim, they're having to not have to go very far to pick up that initial first down.
First down has been good to the Cougars, and they're in the hurry-up offense. No huddle.
Here's again Joseph, hands off again to Ozine. He's got a first down run inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
And so when they go to the no huddle, they do not allow West Monroe any type of player substitutions. And so that, they feel like they've got the Rebels back on their heels right now, although they are going to huddle up on this particular play. But I think what's been critical thus far for the Cougars offensively has been first down. They have made big yardage on first down.
We'll see if we can't get some stats on that from James on average play on first down. Here's a first down from the shotgun. Mingo with a little pressure.
Wide open.
Wide over the middle. He'll score, I believe. No, they're going to call him down at the 1-yard line. Just a wide receiver screen. They threw it to number 7, Philip Hebert, the tight end, and he was wide open down the middle of the field, and he's knocked down at about the 1-yard line.
I mean, he was wide open. They sent both of the receivers. Well, they sent the receivers down the field. They sent the running backs into the flats, and then they sent the tight end into the middle. So they had all the Rebels running deep into the sidelines, and the tight end went right inside the middle of the field. He was wide open, nobody on him, and St. Thomas More about to take the lead in this football game.
Look for DeGraw now. Well, no, they've got a heavy package. Number 54 lined up at fullback. Here's the quarterback, Joseph, and he's in for the touchdown. 5:42, and St. Thomas More has scored the first points in this ball game.
So they've drawn first blood. They did the same thing against Acadiana. They went on top of Acadiana right here, 7-0. Acadiana came back and won that game 35-21, but it was an outstanding contest.
The officials are from the Baton Rouge Association. I don't know why I needed to throw that in, but I thought I would. 5:41 left in the first period. 6-0 Cougars trying to make it 7. Tyler Listy on to do the kicking for the Cougars. And flags are flying before we get the extra point attempt.
I didn't see any movement, so
either delay of game, possibly.
Someone might have moved into the neutral zone, because usually the back judge is going to call the delay of game.
You're right about that.
Too many guys on the field for West Monroe.
So a mistake probably will keep Listy in for the point after conversion, and it'll come with 5:41 left to go in the first quarter.
The Masons Pharmacy scoring drive summary: 10 plays, 58 yards, 4:01 off the clock, and St. Thomas More on top 6-0, pending the extra point.
We'll send it down to our sideline report, Teresa's Flooring sideline report, and Stanley Duffy.
Well, guys.
All right, we'll be back. We're back at Cougar Stadium, 5:41 in the first period of play, and the Cougars have drawn first blood. Lead at 7-0. They kicked off to West Monroe. West Monroe could not get a first down, had to punt. The Cougars got it at about their own 45-yard line and marched it down the field. As Jim gave you that Mason's Pharmacy scoring drive, and they'll probably have to do the same thing again. This ball will be into the end zone, and West Monroe will come out and have to play it first down and 10. And that's not correct. It's a Dilla's in-game scoreboard.
Touchdown, 7, Barb, nothing. Bastrop, 8-0 over Cox. I think that's Helen Cox.
So West Monroe takes it over, first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Brazier, Ramirez, and Manning wide flanked, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for West Monroe. Backfield is Talton and Abrams for Banks. On a first down and 10. Banks will keep it, has running room. Across the 20, near the 25-yard line, and he'll be knocked back there. Got about 4 yards, Jim, I believe, on the carry up to the 24-yard line. It'll be second down and 6 for West Monroe.
Offensively along that line tonight for West Monroe, Daniel Pipes at center, Wayne Hendricks at 1 guard, along with Big David Hurd, Dylan Day, and Colt Sistrunk, the tackles. Barfield, Brazier. Of course, you'll see Ramirez, Manning, as we anticipate seeing Tyler Kane tonight, but so far he hasn't played.
Barfield and Manning flank to the left side. Here's Banks giving it to Abrams as he crosses the 25 and maybe got to the 26-yard line. Pickup of about 2. It'll be third down and 4 for West Monroe.
So, it's the first quarter, 4:50 and counting. The Rebels trail at 7-0. It's a kind of a big third down conversion attempt coming up because they went 3 and out the first time they had it. If they don't get it out of this hole, St. Thomas More have good field position again.
Third down and 4. Here's Banks looking to throw.
It's a fumble. It's a fumble. It's a fumble.
It's picked up by St. Thomas More as Abrams didn't even try for it. And St. Thomas More will score a defensive touchdown. And just like that, it's 13-0 Cougars.
And I tell you what, the folks are beginning to wonder, is there a second-round hex over these Rebels? That time the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. It was a lateral. It was a backwards pass. The Rebels throw that a lot this year. Abrams didn't catch it, and he just simply forgot that it was a live ball. He let the defensive tackle pick it up and rumble into the end zone for a touchdown.
Abrams never tried to make the stop, and with 4:26 left in the first quarter, the Cougars trying to make it 14-0. Listy's point after. Here's the snap. It's down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:26 left in the first quarter of play, St. Thomas More 14, West Monroe nothing. Well, this Cougar football team has got the home faithful fired up, and West Monroe looks like it's been hit with a bullet. 14-0 the Cougars, and Listy will again tee it up at the 40-yard line, and so just under 8 minutes, the Cougars have taken a 14-0 lead, and West Monroe will undoubtedly have to start this one. Well, maybe this one won't go in the end zone. It will. It'll go in the end zone. So first down and 10 again from the 20-yard line. West Monroe is going to have to regroup here, come up with something to answer this Cougar storm.
Well, officially, the Rebels in 2 possessions have run 6 plays. They've gained 6 yards. They're averaging 1 yard per play. They've obviously went 3 and out one time, had to punt. The second time, they threw a backwards pass that they didn't cover up. When it was dropped, it was returned for a touchdown.
Here's Banks now in the shotgun formation, going to fake it. He's got to make the move. 25 up near the 30-yard line, so a pickup about 8 that time for West Monroe, and an official is down at the 25-yard line, and he may be hurt. Timeout is taken on the field. Well, they get a little help. While we've got that timeout, we'll try once again for a Teresa's Flooring report and our man Stanley Duffy.
Guys, I don't know if you can. Guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not right now, but let me tell you something. We have got to settle down and play our game. The Rebels offensive line needs to go ahead and take charge right here. Let's get the score right quick, and then we'll be right back in this game.
Shotgun formation for West Monroe. I believe that's Barfield to the near side, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Here's Banks. Nobody to hand the ball to. Abrams is absolutely not in this one so far. Didn't go after the loose ball and apparently didn't run the right play.
Well, there was a penalty flag called, and so maybe we'll give Ladarius the benefit of the doubt, but I think this one's going to go against West Monroe. So mistake after mistake after mistake for West Monroe. I think this is their 3rd penalty now, and they have a backwards pass that they didn't catch and they didn't recover, and they didn't try to tackle the guy that picked it up for St. Thomas More. So instead of having 2nd down and about 2, it's now 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for West Monroe. Ramirez and Fowler go to the left side. Looks like Brazier to the bottom of the field. Here's Banks on a keeper. He's got some running room up across the 25, and he'll go down at about the 27-yard line. So he'll get back the penalty yardage, and then it'll be 3rd down and about 3. Maybe 2.
Solid tackle by defensive end Taylor Veazey on that last play. And if we thought the last 3rd down was big, this one, you know, you hate to say in the first quarter you have a critical 3rd down conversion, but trailing 14-0, having gone 3 and out and given up 6 points offensively early in the ball game, trailing 14-0, it's getting sort of critical.
Again, shotgun formation for West Monroe. Only back in the backfield is Abrams. Here's Banks calling for it, looking for some running room. He's got the 1st down and then some. Across up to the 35-yard line, and so West Monroe will record Cooper Jeremy on the stop, but West Monroe will record its first down of the ball game with 2:49 left in the first quarter, and they're on their 3rd possession.
And the Rebels look like they've ditched the option, and they're simply getting into that spread offense and letting DJ try to maneuver. That's 2 tackles now by the safety Cooper Jeremy. If he doesn't make the tackle, DJ goes the distance. He's the only one between DJ and the end zone on 2 of the last 3 plays.
3 wide outs to the far side. Here's a fake. Banks looking to throw. He's got a man. Well, he's going to loop it down there, and Jeremy will intercept it. He then fumble the football, and now back for the Cougars to the 20, 25, near the 30-yard line. Got a block, and he'll be hit out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So another turnover by West Monroe as Banks tried to lob it up for Ramirez, and Jeremy intercepted it and then fumbled it. And it was recovered by a Cougar, and another turnover and another Cougar possession, and West Monroe back on its heels with 2:15 left in the first quarter and trailing 14-0.
And that time DJ Banks just didn't see Cooper or Jeremy. Jeremy had that play sniffed out from the beginning, and it was a deep pass, but a lot of air under it, and Jeremy had all day to go and run under it, and he intercepted it easily.
2 wide outs to the far side for the Cougars. Here's Joseph now. He'll hand off to the deep back, and Mingo will meet him at about the 25-yard line. Struggles forward to the 35, struggles forward to about the 37 for a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars.
Wow. A 3 and out on their first offensive possession for West Monroe. They fumble the ball on their 2nd, give up 6 points on the fumble. It's a backward pass, a lateral pass. And then the 3rd time they get it after picking up their first down of the ball game, they throw a deep pass, just lob it up almost like a punt, and it's picked off.
DeGraw into the slot, 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's Joseph looking to throw the football, a little out pattern by number 12, and he'll be tackled by Tyson short of the 1st down at about the 42-yard line.
That's Jordan James on the reception. That's going to be his 44th reception. I tell you, Bill, he got a terrible spot. I thought he might have picked up the 1st down at the 44. They have marked it at the 42. And now how they put it back there, I'll never know. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down, and the Rebels, with 1:27 to go, trailing 14-0. They need to stop.
They need to stop. Again, same formation for the Cougars. Shotgun. Emil Joseph back into the shotgun. Calls for the football. No pressure. Joseph to run the option. He's got 1st down and then some. Joseph, I tell you what, they're making adjustments. West Monroe moved Mingo to the strong side, and the Cougars came back to the weak side, and just wasn't anybody outnumbered them.
Well, they did. They just had the Rebels outnumbered. Great play call that time, and it was an easy pickup on a 3rd and 2 by the quarterback, Emil Joseph, and he's not the running quarterback. He's the passing quarterback.
Ball at the 49-yard line, 1st down and 10 for St. Thomas More. I backfield pro set. 2 wide receivers in the formation. Here's Joseph under center. Calls for the football, looks over to the sideline, and changes the play now.
So
Laycock down to 5. Joseph under center. Takes the football, hands it off to the deep back. He's got some running room.
He's gone.
He is going to take it to the 40 and up near the 35-yard line.
Huge hole.
Andre Ozine will pick up another Cougar 1st down. And West Monroe has looked, well, not well offensively and not well defensively.
Well, their problems on offense are just as plentiful on defense right now. That was a huge hole. The first guy that hit him at the 35, and he went down there. No one touched him until he got to about 15 yards down the field.
Man in the slot, number 5, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Here's DeCraw, and he'll fake it, and he'll keep it. Poor tackling by the Rebels. He's still on his feet down to the 25-yard line.
He just ran over a couple of Rebels that time, and when he's in the shotgun, folks, he's not going to throw it. He's going to run it.
He picks up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Cougars.
Blake Brazel that time missed the tackle. He's coming off the field. Jonathan Tyson, and that's going to end the first quarter, Bill.
That'll do it. With the first quarter gun sounds, the Cougars 14, the Rebels nothing. Well, just like that, Jim, the West Monroe Rebels find themselves on the road, 2nd round, down 14-0. And the Cougars with a 2nd down and 1 from the 26-yard line and threatening to go up even more than that.
Bill, they're in field goal range right now. Their great kicker, Matt Listy, we watched him in warm-ups, and he could probably kick it from 50 easily. So, but they're not thinking field goal right here. They're thinking 1st down. They're thinking 6 more points and putting the Rebels in a hole that maybe they can't get out of.
Same formation for St. Thomas More. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's a quarterback looking to pass. No pressure on him again. The slot man wide open. Sadecki on the stop, but not before the Cougars get down to the 13-yard line. Again, that's Cruz Angel, number 5, that made the catch for the Cougars.
And, Bill, you're right. He had all day long to throw, and Angel was wide open on the play. Now, he's thrown to Angel and his tight end, Abear. Those are guys that are not his primary receivers.
Pro I formation this time, I backfield. Joseph looks over to get the call. Play clock down to 10. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Joseph takes the football, looks to pass again, has a man just curling inside, and he's got a 1st down at the 1-yard line.
They saw the soft coverage by the cornerback, and they just ran a little out route, a little hitch route, and he had plenty of room to catch it, and then he took it inside, almost scored in the first quarter. 92 total yards for St. Thomas More, 33 for West Monroe. West Monroe lost a fumble, and they also had an interception. They had 3 penalties for 15 yards to St. Thomas More, mistake-free in the first quarter of play, Bill, and you know, they're milking the clock already, the 25-second clock, every chance they get, and they take a timeout right now.
We'll take it with them. St. Thomas More 14, threatening for more. The West Monroe Rebels nothing. We're back at Cougar Stadium on the campus of St. Thomas More High School in Lafayette, Louisiana, where the Cougars lead it 14-0 and are a yard away from making this one a big hole for the Rebels to climb out of. Again, that heavy package for St. Thomas More, number 54, checks in, and he'll play fullback as Joseph will send a man, a tight end right here. Here's Joseph again with the quarterback sneak. He's not going to get in. West Monroe did a good job that time of taking that away from the Cougars. So it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line.
Well, Bill, they sent the tight end in motion to the left and motioned him back. He reversed back to the right. It looked like everybody was going to the right, and instead the quarterback tries to slip into the left side. He scored a touchdown on that. the first time they had the football. This time the Rebels defense did a little better, but look for them to run behind these big guys right here.
Same formation now. Here's the fullback and number 34. He'll carry it. Still no signal yet from the officials. I guess they're going to mark it down, at the 1-yard line.
It looked like
third down and goal for the Cougars.
It was awfully close. Stanley, I don't know if you can hear us, but that ball's close to the goal line. And
about 1 foot away, guys.
Yeah, I think the Rebels are going to take a timeout. Bill, we might want to keep it here.
Yeah, we've had plenty of breaks.
And go back down to Stanley. Stanley, have you ever seen the Rebels back on their heels like they are right now?
Well, guys, it a little bit reminds me of a Washita game, and we just don't have anything good going for us right now. And we need something good to help this team out, to give them a hand right now. We just feel like we're just sleepwalking right now. I don't know how to say it any worse, but an interception, a fumble, and we just need something positive. The coaches are encouraging these kids, saying stay focused. We got a lot of games to go, but we have got to take the ball down next time we get it and score.
Well, Bill, the reason why I think it's a little different against Washita, we didn't play that bad against Washita.
Right. We moved the ball.
And we made a mistake or two, but Washita really played well. Right now, St. Thomas More not playing that well. We're just playing poor, really, really bad.
Here's a third down and goal from about the 1-yard line. We'll call it. Joseph again now. He'll take it, give it to the up man, and he
didn't get in.
He's not going to get in.
Oh, they gave it to him. Yes, he did.
They called it.
It was close. Of course, he didn't need a whole lot, and he didn't get much, but it is a touchdown, and 20-0 the score.
Well, Stanley, we'll go back down to you for another Teresa's Flooring sideline report, your one-stop shop for all flooring needs, and we need something to stop the bleeding here in Lafayette.
Well, hopefully we're going to get this ball back, and maybe we can run a kickoff back. He's got the fine kicker, the St. Thomas More guy's going to have to kick one into the wind. Maybe we can get a little run back here and get something going. I think if we can get a drive going and get a score going, get our defense settled down off the field, and Coach Arch can talk to him a little bit more, we'll have a chance to stay in this game.
Here's a snap. The kick is up, and it is good. With 10:21 left before halftime. St. Thomas More 21. West Monroe Rebels nothing. You've got a summary Mason's Pharmacy scoring drive.
10 plays, 66 yards, 3:56 off the clock. The 1-yard touchdown run by Thomas Gumpert. That came after the DJ Banks interception, only his second interception of the season. You know, Bill, we look back at the Sulphur game in the second round a couple of years ago in Acadiana. The Rebels made a lot of mistakes, particularly against Sulphur. They fumbled the ball, I think, 6 or 7 times. Turned it over on many of those fumbles, I think 6 times. And against Acadiana, they gave up some big plays, and those are the things that in the playoffs you can't do. You can't give anybody an easy score. They did that when they had that lateral pass that was picked up in return for a touchdown. And then they just haven't moved the ball offensively. This is the same defense that gave up over 400 yards rushing to Acadiana. Acadiana ran for 400 yards against St. Thomas More. We have 26 yards on 9 carries.
Well, they're playing inspired football. There's no question about it. Here's a kick into the wind. Back to receive it is Turner, and he fumbled it. He better go down. He's going to get nailed. Well, they're going to call it a touchback at the 20-yard line. So Turner couldn't handle it at the 2-yard line, and just nothing going right. But I tell you what, I tip my hat to the Cougars. They've had 2 possessions where they've had 10-play drives and scored.
And, Bill, that's just what the doctor orders if you're St. Thomas More. Keep the ball away from West Monroe and just methodically move it down the field. They've just been so good on first down, so good on first down. Washita leads Bird 6-0, but that doesn't mean anything to the Rebels right now.
First down and 10 for West Monroe at their own 20-yard line. Here's Barfield in motion. Eye backfield, 2 tight ends set for West Monroe. Here's a ball to Talton, and he's going to keep running the football up across the 25, maybe down up near the 26-yard line. So Talton makes his presence felt, gets 6 on that play, and West Monroe desperately needs to answer the Cougars scoring. Pick up about 6. It'll be second down and 4.
Right now the Rebels going with 2 tight ends and just, trying to load things up and run right at St. Thomas More.
We get a wide receiver to the far side. I believe that's Barfield. DJ Banks under center. Eye backfield. Here's a man in motion. Again, that's Barfield this side. Here's Banks looking to pitch. Got it to Abrams. He's across the 25. Nothing doing. Then maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Number 59 on the stop for St. Thomas More. I believe that's Stevenson. We've called his name 2 or 3 times. And this defense of the Cougars playing well, inspired football, and with a cushion now, 21 points.
Well, they're playing the option extremely well. They're coached up against the option. Of course, Acadiana runs the option, a little different, the veer option, but they're coached up on the option that West Monroe trying to run tonight.
8 men on the line of scrimmage. Here's a little pass out to Remedies, and that'll be a West Monroe first down. Only their second of the game as Remedies catches the football up near about the 33-yard line. We'll call it the 34. It'll be first down and 10 for West Monroe. Banks to Remedies on that one.
And that's DJ's first completion of the night. He's 1 of 2. Of course, has that big interception by center. Kind of playing center field, Cooper Jeremy, the safety for St. Thomas More, picked it up the last time the Rebels had the football.
Again, 2 tight ends set for the Rebels. Lone receiver to the far side is Barfield. Here's Banks, going to pitch it out to Abrams. Blocking, looking for running room. He's got some. He's hit midfield, across midfield near the 40-yard line. Ladarius Abrams with a big run for West Monroe down to the 41-yard line of St. Thomas More.
About a 23-yard scamper that time. The toss sweep for West Monroe. Great block by the tight ends for West Monroe, along with the fullback leading the way, and that's Eric Talton.
Remedies now into the ball game. He'll split to the far side. 2 tight ends set. High backfield. Talton and Abrams. Banks under center. Calls for the football. In a little counter play. Handed off to Abrams. He's got running room again. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 20. Inside the 20, 15. Inside the 10. Still on his feet down to the 5-yard line. Ladarius Abrams on a big run by West Monroe. And maybe that'll light a fire under these Rebels.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure who that was downfield. Maybe Dylan Day, could have been Wayne Hendricks, but a great block down the field. Great blocking inside the counter tray. The first time we've seen it tonight. And Ladarius Abrams with a huge hole. They're going to mark it at about the 6-yard line. The Rebels hurry to the line of scrimmage.
8:08 and counting here in the first half of play. West Monroe trails at 21-0. Here's Banks. Toss sweep to Abrams. He's looking for running room outside. Touchdown, West Monroe! And so the Rebels answer the Cougars with a big drive, and it's all Ladarius Abrams. After the Talton initial run and a Remedies pass, it was all Ladarius Abrams.
Well, and give a little credit now to Daniel Pipes, Hendricks, Day, Hurd, Sistrunk, along with the 2 tight ends, Taylor Underwood, and that's Trey Avant.
Stanley, we'll go to you on a Teresa's Flooring sideline report. That's a little better. You just hope that the 21 is not too much to catch up.
Guys, I'm cheerleading down here with these players. I'm happy for them. This is exactly what this team needs. Now we need to stop defensively and get back in the game.
Here's Hollis, who hadn't missed many all year long, and he got it blocked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 21-6, 7:57 left in halftime. Torres kicks it off. It'll be taken down at about the 8-yard line to the 10. Here's about 3 people trying to touch the football. It'll end up in Jeremy's hands, and he'll not get anywhere. Nice job by West Monroe to defend that one down at about the 13-yard line as Jeremy stepped out of bounds. So they'll mark it at the 13, first down and 10, and the Cougars now backed up deep in their own territory. Let's see what they can do with poor field position.
I tell you what, Bill, they faked it twice. I mean, they faked it twice and then handed it off to someone else after DeGraw, I think, caught it. And the Rebels not fooled. They were trying to get Jeremy along the West Monroe sideline for a big play, and I think that might have been Jonas Tyson over there, either him or J.D. Brown, that was in good shape to disrupt that trick play.
2 wide receivers set. Here's a man out in the slot is going to be DeGraw. Nobody covering him. He's wide open. Emil Joseph going to hand it off inside. Not much running room that time. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. That's a better job of defense that time. Number 41, Blake Brazel, as he stopped Ozine for about a yard gain. 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars.
But Bill, you're right. That time Matt Graw uncovered in the slot. And he's going into quarterback right now, so they won't be able to throw it to him, but they'll probably come back to him with a little pass. But right now the Rebels going with that 4-man defensive front, getting out of that 3-man front, trying to find an answer to this offense for St. Thomas More.
Here's a 3 wide receiver set. Here's DeGraw on the keeper. He's looking to get outside, and he got some room. He's across the 15 up near about the 16-yard line. As he got the edge, he'll get it near the 20-yard line. So a pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 4.
You know, that time Jonas Tyson in great position at that left corner spot. He fought off the block, but then at the last minute, he kind of took an inside move to get DeGraw. DeGraw went outside of him, and that allowed DeGraw to pick up 3 or 4 extra yards on the play.
So a big 3rd down at least for West Monroe, not as much for the Cougars, as DeGraw still in at quarterback. Sends 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Calls for the football. Here's DeGraw going to try to keep it, and DeBrazel is going to nail him for a loss. And now St. Thomas More will have to punt the football with 6:12 left in the first half.
So the adjustment that the Rebels made, they went to 4 defensive linemen. They got out of their 3 defensive linemen set. And when Matt DeGraw was in the ball game at quarterback, they keyed on him to run. So I think we now know the answer to Tyler Kane, because DJ Banks now is back there to return this punt.
Listy will do the kicking. He's a fine kicker. He stands at about the 3-yard line for the Cougars. Let's see if West Monroe puts a return on. Here's pressure up the middle, and a nice job by Listy. The ball is going to hit and bounce in the West Monroe favor. Get out of the way, Kiki. The ball inside the 45 at about the 44-yard line. Mingo blocking. The ball like to hit him there, but West Monroe will have great field position with 5:32 left in the first half of play, and the ball spotted at about the 44-yard line. Down to you, Stanley. Another Teresa's Flooring sideline report.
Guys, we need one more drive like this, and we're going to be right back in it. These kids are starting to get a little excited right now. Great stop by the defense. Braswell coming up, and Tyler Kane, let me give you a quick report, probably will not play tonight.
Two tight end set, 2 tight end formation. It was successful last time for West Monroe. Here's a little counter tray. Abrams looking for running room, got some. He's to the 30. He's to the 25, 20. Needs to get to the corner, 15, and run out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Big Ladarius Abrams on a run that time, and West Monroe knocking on the door again.
Well, that was a huge hole opened up as the Rebels came back to the counter tray. Ladarius Abrams now has 100 yards rushing on the ball game, 6 carries, 102 yards, and the Rebels, as you said, Bill, knocking at the door. They need to get a touchdown here.
Hey, it was just moments ago they had 6 carries for 6 yards.
Yeah, now they have 15 for 131, but they're down 21-6.
First down and 10 from the Cougar 12-yard line. Again, that 2 tight end set. Barfield to the near side. Here's Banks calling the play. Checking off, has the football. Little lead play for Abrams behind Talton, the fullback. And Abrams inside the 10, I believe, at about the 9.5-yard line. So he picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So, extremely critical series for West Monroe. I think every series now offensively
you're right.
for West Monroe is critical. They really need to get back in this football game. They trail it 21-6. They got hit in the mouth, and they got knocked down a couple of times, and they're trying to respond.
Again, 2 tight end set. Here's Banks under center. Going to get it off to Talton. He's got running room. He's inside the 5, and he's down to about the 2-yard line. Big Eric Talton got the ball from Banks, and he'll take it down to about they'll mark it at the 3. So 3rd down and 1. West Monroe can get a first down without scoring. They need to take it to the 2-yard line. 3rd and 1.
But it's a long one, and an important play here for the Rebels.
Well, it's 2-down territory, I promise you that, here on the road. 4:18 and counting in the first half of play. Banks again, 2 tight end set. Talton, Abrams, Barfield wide to the near side. Here's Banks calling for the football. Going to give it to the big man again. Pushes his way. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, I tell you what, he ran right behind Dylan Day. Dylan Day pancaked his man. And they just, Eric Talton just kind of went on top of the pancake. What a block on the right side. Wayne Hendricks, Dylan Day, touchdown West Monroe.
4:04, Stanley. Let's go down to you for another Teresa's Flooring sideline report.
Coach Owen has challenged this offensive line and said hit them in the mouth, and they're hitting them in the mouth right now, guys. Let me tell you, the offensive line is really starting to take over right now. Defensive line will stop. We're going to score again, guys.
Here's a snap from Doopy. Barfield with the hold. Here's Hollis's kick. This one is good. 4:04 in the first half of play. The Cougars 21, the Rebels 13. Back in Lafayette, Louisiana, Cougars Stadium, the score, St. Thomas More 21, Rebels 13. Rebels spotted St. Thomas More 21, but now 13 unanswered with that last scoring drive, Jim.
4 plays, 44 yards. It was mostly Ladarius Abrams until they got close to the goal line. Then it was all Eric Talton.
Here's Torres at the 40. And that kick will be bounding around the 30-yard line. I thought he'd hit down on a knee, and he did. Nice job by the official, and that ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cougars with 4 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half of play.
Well, you know, if you're the Cougars, if they could come up with another drive here somehow, maybe get some kind of points, touchdown, field goal, they would really have to feel good about things, but they need to stop this West Monroe momentum right now. They've tried to run it the last time they had it. DeGraw in at quarterback. Let's see if they try to throw it with this big guy in at quarterback.
2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield with Joseph. Joseph is actually a quarterback. DeGraw flanked to his left. Here's a shotgun snap. Joseph to throw out in the flat, and then it's dropped. Wide open was number 12, Jordan James, and he just absolutely dropped the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, he was open, ran a little quick slant, and he just took his eyes off the ball.
Second down and 10, no huddle offense for the Cougars. They're trying to keep that vaunted Rebel defense from making any kind of adjustments as Jerry Arledge frantically trying to send in some signals. Same formation for the Cougars. Let's see if West Monroe decides to jump that route. Here's DeGraw. He's got some running room, and he's trying to look for the 30-yard line. He got across the 30 to about the 31, so he picked up about 2. It'll be third down and long for the Cougars.
You know, DeGraw, he's a load, 6'2", 215-pound senior. You know, he met Blake Brazel. Brazel goes about 220. Most people that Brazel hits go backwards, but DeGraw was able to fall forward for a yard, yard and a half.
And Brazel comes out of the football game, and again, same formation for the Cougars. Here's a shotgun snap, and West Monroe jump. That's Chucky Hunter. They got him moving. That'll cost the Rebels 5. Boy, you hate to see that. Third down and long, and now that 5 is going to end up being third down and about 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, Bill, I think that's going to be maybe a short 2. In fact, unless well, no, illegal procedure. Well, no, they call legal procedure against West Monroe. Maybe simulating the snap or something like that.
So it'll be third down, and we'll call it 3. It's just inside the 3. Yeah, it's an easy 2.5, but they need to get to just inside, inside the.
Just past the 39.
Just past the 39-yard line, and the ball is spotted just outside the 36.
And that penalty, Bill, might, be the play that prevents West Monroe from getting the ball
back
in this half.
Play clock down to 7. Here's DeGraw. He's looking for running room. He's got it. Yeah, he just ran over about 3 people.
Now, he doesn't pick it up if it's 3rd and 8, but at 3rd and 2, that's easy pickings for him as they pick up the first down.
That may, I tell you what, St. Thomas More has done phenomenal on third down here tonight. And that's what's they're 5 out of 6.
Yeah, but Bill,
it's been short. Though.
It's first down has been their play. They've gotten into third in manageable situations, 3rd and short, and those are easy to pick up.
Brazel back into the ball game for West Monroe. Traditional I formation. Here's Joseph back to pass. A little soft pass out there in the flat, and it's caught by number 8 for Philip Freeman for about a pickup of about 6. It'll be second down and 4. Second down and pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. For the Cougars. We're playing a little soft out there, Jim, on that play.
Well, they have outstanding receivers, and if you're not careful, they'll fake that little hitch, and then they'll go deep. 2:21 and counting. West Monroe trails it here in the first half, 21-13, trying to get the football back. Meanwhile, the Cougars want more points.
This time, 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Emil Joseph in the shotgun. calls for the football. Mingo shows blitz. A little bubble screen out there, and it's complete to DeGraw. He's on his feet inside Rebel territory at about the 46-yard line. First down pickup for DeGraw. Boy, he's an all-purpose back. He's a pretty good one.
Well, he is. Again, he was the starting quarterback, was injured, missed the first 6 or 7 games, Bill, but he's in the slot. Nobody's covered him in the slot, and we talked about it. They finally threw it to him in the slot, and there was nobody there for West Monroe, and there's nobody there right now as he's in the slot again.
First down and 10. Joseph looks to the sideline to get the play. 2 wide receivers to the far side. That's DeGraw in the slot. Now Mingo mans up on DeGraw. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Here's Joseph. He's back to pass. He's got some pressure on him. He's looking. He's going to throw. No, Bridley shovels it out to number 2. That's Ozine, and he's going to stumble his way for a first down. Another Cougar first down as Ozine rumbles to about the 35-yard line. A great job that time by Joseph as he felt some pressure, stepped up, and then just kind of a little shuttle pass out there to Ozine for the first down.
No pressure. Absolutely no pressure on the quarterback. He had all day to throw.
Now with 1:21 as the clock stops momentarily after the first down, now they'll wind it up. St. Thomas More getting in field goal position, but sure they would love 6 here.
And they'll probably take a shot deep with that outstanding receiver, Jordan James, 6'3". He can go get it now.
Now Ely comes out on the draw. Here's Joseph. Back to pass. Quick step, and Mingo knocks it down. I thought Mingo almost intercepted it. Mingo goes 6'5". He just got up and batted that one down.
Bill, that hit him at about his elbow. He didn't have to get up too high to knock that one down. I'm telling you, they're setting up the play. They're running little short routes to the wide receivers. They're going to fake that play before long and go deep, hopefully. The Rebels are playing good technique and don't allow that hitch and go to beat them deep.
Well, we don't have any pressure, Jim. 2 wide receivers to the near side, and here's actually 3 now as they slip DeGraw out into the flat, and Mingo mans up on him. Here's Joseph, a little bubble screen out.
He's going to throw it.
He's going to double pass. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, St. Thomas More. Nice trick play by the Cougars.
Got a penalty down.
There's a penalty flag. I hope this one comes back. They the Rebel fans anyway.
They threw it to DeGraw, and then he threw it now to Jordan James. Everybody came up on DeGraw. That's the play they threw just a minute ago. Now they called the penalty, and now they're talking. It's against St. Thomas More unless they change their mind.
No, I believe they're going to just find out. I'm hoping. Field. Yeah, it's coming back.
Well, the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's see what we got.
Illegal forward
pass.
They say that instead of a lateral, he threw it forward, and once you throw it forward once, you can't throw it forward again.
Yeah, you can't throw 2 forward passes. So they threw the first pass, according to the officials, to DeGraw out to the sideline, and then DeGraw picked it up and threw it down to the wide receiver. But you talked about it, Jim, the short passing game to suck West Monroe in. And that time when the ball went to DeGraw, safety Majou came up, and number 12 for the Cougars, Jordan James, was wide open. Walked into the end zone.
Well, of course, he walked into the end zone because in the official's opinion, they threw it forward. Once it's a forward pass, the defense has got to come up. That was extremely close. We don't have the TV 17 replay. We will get a chance to see that one again, though, on Tuesday night.
52.7 seconds left in the first half, and West Monroe dodged a big bullet there. Here's a shotgun formation. Joseph looking to pass. No pressure on him. Here's a big ball down. Bell receiving, and that time the receiver just out-muscled Bell for the football.
Bell was in great position, Bill, but he's 6'3", 200 pounds, and you've got a kid that's 5'8" on him. And so that's the matchup they want, and you knew it was coming. He just threw a pass that was, you and I could have run out and run under it. We couldn't have caught it. But, he just let his receiver go get the football.
No safety help, and it was one-on-one for Bell, and he just got beat. Big wide receiver, small defensive back, and it was a jump ball, and that receiver's going to win that one about 7 out of 10 times. No coverage out here on number 12, Jones again. James, that is. Here's Joseph under center. Going to hand it off in the backfield. Fake. He's got a wide open man in the end zone. Touchdown Cougars.
The Rebels didn't know what was going on. They were just in a mess defensively. Jonas Tyson came off. He ran back on the field. He didn't know where to line up. Nobody was covering James when he's, went out in the right flat over there initially. And they were running around and they just didn't know where they were supposed to be. And, boy, this is a big, big score by St. Thomas More.
No doubt about it. 26 ticks left. Stanley, that was tough.
That right there is a tough pill to swallow, guys. I agree. And I thought if we could go in at halftime just down by 8 points, I thought we'd have a little momentum going into the second half. And we really got to play hard and turn this thing around in the second half.
Well, we really haven't stopped the Cougars but one time on offense. Here's the point. The snap was low, but the kick is up, and it's good. With 26.8 ticks left in the first half of play. St. Thomas More 28, West Monroe 13. You're listening to Rebel Football on LA 105.3. Well, Jim, a score that West Monroe could ill afford to give up with the Cougars got it with about 4
minutes.
4 minutes left to go in the first half, and West Monroe had a 3rd down and 8, and Chucky Hunter jumped off sides and made it a 3rd and 3, a manageable pickup, and that's what DeGraw did, and they eventually took it down. Had one score called back for a penalty, but they eventually scored another touchdown and now back widen that lead to 15 points. Here's Turner at the 3. He's to the 5, 10, 15, got some running room.
He's
gone up
the
middle. He may go all the way. Turner will take it to the house. Oh, Paul Turner with a 97-yard kickoff return, and the West Monroe Rebels say, hang on now, hang on, this one ain't over.
Paul Turner replacing Tyler Kane, and boy, does this sophomore, he made one move, and that's all it took because he can scat.
Holy cow, what a turnaround. And the Rebels with 13 seconds, that took him about 12 seconds to get down the field, 97 yards.
Wow. What a big play, Stanley, for West Monroe. They needed that in the worst way.
Guys, I just said, if we could just stay within 8 points, I feel good that we're going to win this thing in the second half. And I tell you, that was almost a miracle return. Paul Turner, great move, and cut it to the outside, and he was off to the races.
Here's Doopy to snap it back to Barfield. Hollis on for the point after. Here's offsides against St. Thomas More. Go ahead and kick it.
Well,
let's go for 2 right here, guys.
You get half the distance.
Half the distance. Let's go for 2 and try to get it into a 7-point lead. That's exactly what West Monroe will do. Thanks to St. Thomas More. We appreciate the penalty. We'll see if we can pick up 2 here, Jim.
Well, yeah, it's at the 2.5, so it'll be just inside the 2. And a timeout is going to be taken by West Monroe because this is important. They need to get this within a score, Bill. If they miss the 2-point conversion attempt, they're 2 scores out.
Yeah, they're 2 scores out. You're right. It's a 9-point spread, but only a yard and a half to go. And, boy, you just got to hope that West Monroe can dial up the right play. Well, Stanley, you talked about needing something to happen, and, boy, I tell you what a shot in the arm. Is Paul Turner taking over for the injured Tyler Kane, who normally returns kicks and punts. Of course, Kane with 3 touchdowns on the regular season, returning punts, but they needed that one.
Hey guys, I think I'm going to go with a Ladarius Abrams on a little student body sweep right here. I think number 5 can get us a yard and a half, and we'll be 7 points down going into the half.
Well, they'll be anxious to see what Coach Don Shows has to say as he talks to Stanley in about 13 seconds. Well, of course, we need to make this conversion, and then we've got to kick the football off, Jim. It's still got 13 seconds left in the first half. What a football game. As West Monroe spotted St. Thomas More 21 points, then scored 13 unanswered. St. Thomas More came back with points, and now St. Thomas More calls timeout.
Well,
West Monroe did to see what kind of defense the Cougars were going to line up in.
Exactly.
And we'll take it with them. Well, the Rebels are trying to draw within 7. It just didn't seem possible just moments ago, actually just seconds ago. 2 tight end set to West Monroe, Talton and Abrams in the backfield. Here's DJ Banks going to give it to Talton.
No,
he's going to keep it. And he scored the 2-point conversion. DJ Banks faked it to Talton up the middle, kept it himself, called his own number, and just like that, with 13 ticks left, the Cougars 28, The Rebels 21 is Talton, is Gippy coming off at about the 20-yard line.
You know, he had an ankle problem, Bill. Earlier, a couple of weeks ago, they held him out of a game, you know, I think 2 weeks ago. And the backup fullback
that's going to be critical if he can't go.
Is Abrams, and then Kane goes to tailback.
So he's not in. Man, that's a big, big play. Watch that one for us, Stanley, if you will, and let us know how that young man is. We need Talton in the second half. Of course, the good news is we can go to the spread offense if we have to, but we've looked pretty good in 2 tight ends now.
Well, we've looked real good. We've driven down the field twice and, you know, was able to convert 2 touchdowns. Our other touchdown came via that 97-yard kickoff return. You know, Stanley called it. He said, we're going to get a chance to return it because the kicker, the great one, Listy, is kicking into the wind. The first one, Turner bobbled in the end zone. The second one, he got a chance to run back.
Here's Torres now, and he'll kick one down the field. Takes a big hop at the 15-yard line. Here's DeRamey at the 25, 30, 35. He's got some room. The kicker tries to get him. He can't get him. DeRamey still on his feet. I hope the time runs out in this one. It's going to be down. It is. Halftime. Halftime on the end of that run. We'll see what the officials say, but I believe the halftime gun will sound, and this one will go into the books for 1/2 of play. The Cougars 28, the Rebels 21. It is halftime.
Wow. There was some time left on the clock after he went down. St. Thomas More wants 2 seconds. They think they can kick a field goal, and they probably can. And now, no, they're telling us halftime is over.
Yeah, I don't know how you would even know there was 2 seconds left. I mean, well, the officials know. There's no instant replay.
Well, the way you know it is because when he went down, you look at the clock, and 2 seconds ran off, and the coach for St. Thomas More is livid. In fact, he shoved one of his own players who was in his way. The officials were going to talk about it to see if there were 2 seconds, and then the head official said, no, it's the end of the half, and that's a break for West Monroe.
Let's go down to Stanley with Coach Childs.
Guys, I've lost Coach Childs. Hang on, let me see if I can get him right.
Stanley was kind of caught up in the moment, forgot to get Coach Don Childs, but the coach for St. Thomas More, I mean, he's going to have to get a new headset. I promise you that, because the headset that he threw down shattered a little bit there on this artificial turf. And Bill, they came within a fraction.
Yeah, running that one back.
And it was a squib kick.
Yeah.
And they were playing safe. And then it looked like they had a couple of seconds to go, and they could have done 1 or 2 things: kicked a field goal, at least tried it, because this young man Listy has a leg, or they could have thrown it up into the end zone and tried to let Jordan James go get it.
Well, I'm not sure if Stanley is even going to be able to get Coach Childs. If Stanley can hear us, let's see where we are. Stanley, what about it?
Guys, he's already in with his team. Let me see if I can get him when he comes back on the field. I just missed him, and the team was trying to hurry up and get off that field. I think if they went off and got off the field, they were trying to send a message possibly to the referees that halftime was over with. So that's why Coach Childs was hurrying up and get the team off the field.
So at halftime, your score, the Cougars of St. Thomas More 28, the Rebels of West Monroe 21. Welcome back to the second half of the second round, the regionals. It's 2-5A against 1-5A. West Monroe against St. Thomas More. 2 great traditions, 2 great football programs, 2 great coaching staffs, 2 great head coaches, and it's been a heck of a football game. Mistakes early by West Monroe put them in a big hole. 21-0, the West Monroe Rebels were down. They came back with 13 unanswered and kind of righted the ship, if you will, and then St. Thomas More got the ball back and was able to score, aided by a penalty and a blown assignment on defense, and a nice catch by James on a big, what looked to be like a big rainbow punt from the quarterback, but he came up, the big receiver came down with it. That set them up, and they were able to score and cash in. Of course, Paul Turner's big return of the kickoff, and then the subsequent 2-point conversion, and now we stand, the Rebels do, with only a 7-point deficit.
You know, with Jordan James, I mean, that was a design play. Emil Joseph did exactly what he needed to do. Just throw that ball up, throw it high, let his receiver, who just ran down, stopped, and then Al jumped Vincent Bell for the football. I mean, that was what they were trying, exactly what they were trying to do on that particular play, and it worked perfectly.
Jordan James will be back deep for the Cougars, along with That's Jeremy, number 25. Actually, the first time they put DeGraw back there, and they faked it about twice, ended up getting it back to Jeremy, but Jeremy will not return to this one. Here's a kickoff to about the 35 and up to the 40-yard line. It is number 87, I believe, 97 for the Cougars, Tucker Billow. So Billow returns it to the 43-yard line. It's first down and 10 for the Cougars, and you know, if ever West Monroe needed to make a statement defensively, Jim, I think it's this possession, the first one of the third quarter.
Well, they've got to do it, but you know, they're so scared now. The return team for St. Thomas More, the squib kick, gives them the football and outstanding field position. I mean, a couple of first downs, you're in field goal position.
And Matt DeGraw is at quarterback, out of the shotgun, looks, hands it off. He's going to keep it. He's got little running room, makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's a better job. Robert Lay coming up from the safety position as he red run after the fake inside, and DeGraw is still on the ground. That's not good for the Cougars.
And boy, he was nailed by.
No, I'm sorry. That's not DeGraw. That's somebody else on the ground. My bad.
But a great job coming up from his safety position, Robert Lay. Matt Gilley also there as well. Look like West Monroe now has put Jonas Tyson, who's about 6 feet tall, on Jordan James, and maybe he's going to follow him around the rest of this football game. Jonas, an outstanding athlete. I think leads his team with 3 interceptions on the season, as they're still tending, I think, to one of the offensive linemen for St. Thomas More.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Rebel Football. It's 28-21, the Cougars lead. We're back with you at Cougar Stadium. Appreciate you joining us along that radio dial on Classic Hits. It's big number 77, I think. No, it's not. It's the center. Number 58, they're telling me. Number 58, Jeremy Reed, the senior center. I see number 77, Berthelot, down on the sidelines talking to the offensive coordinator. So, Jeremy Reed will go off, I guess, Drake, Alex Cagnola. Is that, you're telling me that's who's hurt?
That's who's warming up.
Oh, okay, that's who's warming up. He'll replace Jeremy Reed, the senior. Reed, 5'10", 240, and he's finally on his feet and jogs off under his own power. A pickup of 1 on the last play by DeGraw, and it will be second down and 9 as the Rebels get back on the football field.
Well, first mission accomplished, and that was to limit, you know, that first down play for St. Thomas More. The Rebels are able to do that. You got to give the edge of the Rebel defense, as they only gave up 1 yard on that first down play. And now DeGraw in the slot, and he's wide open.
Nobody on him, and they're going to move Robert Lay out there. Here's the pass. Going to be a little bubble screen back inside to Jones, and he's got it at the 40-yard line, and he'll be driven out of bounds up near midfield.
That's going to be Jordan James.
Jordan James. So they picked up about 6 on that play. It'll be third down, and again, Jim, about 2 for a first down.
Yeah, but that's a little different with the little tunnel screen that they ran that time. Normally, that tunnel screen, you throw the ball to one side of the field as quickly as you can, and then your blockers go out there. That time, Emil Joseph rolled to his right, dropped back, and then threw just a lob pass over there to James, and he was wide open.
Now here's Joseph back in the shotgun. DeGraw again.
3rd and 2.
2 wide receivers to the near side. Third down and short for the Cougars. The quarterback will keep it, and he will not get there.
He lost yardage.
He may be, he'll be down short of the first down. He actually lost it back to the 50-yard line, and the Cougars will send on their punting unit. That's Tyler Listy, number 28, to do the punting.
The Rebel defense holds there for the time being, but this would be a great position, you know, to run a fake punt if you've got it.
Oh, without a doubt. And Jeremy is one of the upbacks, and there you can hear him on the sidelines because Stanley's over there. You can hear the coaching staff saying, "Watch for the fake," or maybe watch for him trying to move. Here's the snap, Listy to kick it. And this one is kind of an end-over-ender at the 20. Nice bounce at the 10. Inside the 10, it's still rolling. It'll be down at about the 7-yard line. So the Rebels held the first time the Cougars had the football, and they'll get it first down and 10 from about their 7-yard line.
And Bill, I've got a question. Why in the world you've got Matt DeGraw? It's 3rd down and less than 2. We haven't stopped him on 3rd and 2 all game long. Why don't you run him instead of Emil Joseph?
Well, I appreciate the call. I don't know about you, but Lacasse over here elbowed me. He appreciated the call as well. Here's 2 tight end set. That was what the West Monroe Rebels were able to do successfully in that second quarter, was move the football against St. Thomas More in this set. Here's DJ Banks pitching it back to Abrams, and he'll be lucky to get back. Oh, he lost a bunch of yards, about 5 on that toss sweep, as now St. Thomas More has made an adjustment, and they'll lose 3. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Well, the adjustment they made was just send everybody to the side they thought the Rebels were going to toss the football, and Abrams lucky to get out of the end zone. He lost to, 5-6 yards.
2nd down and 15. Again, 2 tight end set, 1 wide receiver well with Ayers Ramirez. Here's Banks under center. Little counter trade to Abrams. He's got running room to the outside, makes a move across the 10 up to about the 11-yard line. So he got about 7. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 for West Monroe.
Boy, and how big was that?
Maybe 5.
That loss. So on 1st down, the Rebels have to pick up a 1st down here, if nothing more, just to get this football and gain some field position. Have to pick it up here. 3rd and long.
That's Barfield wide left. Same 2 tight end formation for West Monroe. Here's Banks under center, looking to pass, throws it out to Barfield, and he threw it behind him. Barfield had cut in at about the 1st down strike, which is about the 17-yard line. Banks threw it to the sideline.
I think Banks thought he was going to run a little out route, and the cornerback jumped it. So, the Rebels go 3 and out on the very first possession of the 3rd quarter. So, if you think back to the Ouachita game, the Rebels came back with a vengeance the first time they had it in the 3rd quarter. They go 3 and out, and you got Maju back there to kick it.
Here's a snap. Maju takes it at his goal line. The kick, that's a good kick. Drives the receiver back to the 40, 35. He's all the way back to the 30, looking for some blocks, and he's going to get a little wall, but he's going to be nailed at about the 39-yard line. So a nice punt by Maju, puts about 48 yards, I think, Jim, if my math is correct. 52.
I think it's over 50 yards, close to 55-yard kick, and what a job by Sammer.
Nice job by Maju. Well, Stanley, we didn't get nothing on the first drive, and that could be costly.
Yes, guys, but I still think we're making some adjustments defensively. I just feel good that we're going to make another stop here. Kids still staying pretty positive. Let's see what happens.
Here's DeGraw out in the slot, nobody on him. Here's the little counter play to the running back, Ozine, and he's across the 40 to about the 44-yard line. Pickup of maybe 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars.
So good job once again on 1st down for St. Thomas More. And no huddle. They're going to call the play at the line of scrimmage and not allow West Monroe to send in any substitutions.
Same formation for St. Thomas More. Same defensive front for West Monroe. 4-man front, 3 backers. 2 deep coverage for the safeties. Here's the football. Joseph will throw it. Nice job by Mingo. He may have, it's incomplete. I thought maybe for a minute Mingo may have knocked it down behind the line of scrimmage, but the incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Cougars. Nice job of penetration that time by Kiki.
Well, he just came off the edge. He was blocked. He just got up, got between the quarterback and the receiver. They were trying to hit Matt DeGraw in the slot. Now DeGraw back at quarterback. And, Bill, he's going to run it.
No, it's Joseph, and he's got DeGraw flanked to the left. Here's Joseph. They're going to try to draw West Monroe off sides and then look over for a play. 2 wide receivers set to the far side, 1 to the near side. West Monroe showing pressure.
They've got to hurry.
They better hurry. 4-3. The clock is down. Here's the little running back. He's trying to get outside, and he won't make a 1st down. Good job defensively by West Monroe. Got back Ely on the stop, and the ball at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 1. Ely and Brazel on the stop for West Monroe, and now St. Thomas More undoubtedly will punt this one.
DJ Banks going back. Well, I don't know, Bill. This is a position in the field where you like to run the fake punt. So they've got everybody in tight. The Rebels send 2 deep. You've got to be careful here.
Here's a snap.
Got the return on.
They did. They have the return on. Banks is going to catch it at about the 15. Makes a move, still on his feet. 15 across the 20, and he'll be stopped at about the 21, 22-yard line. So first down and 10 for West Monroe at the 21-yard line, I believe.
So the Rebels have now stopped the Cougar offense more times in the second half than they did the entire first half.
And they've got it first down and 10. The win is at their back, Jim, and that's important because St. Thomas More will have that win and a great kicker in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Rebels don't need the win right now because they're going to be running right into it, I think.
Two tight end formation, a receiver on the far side. Here's the handoff. No, Banks kept it. He's got running room. He's to the 40. He's to the midfield. Jumped his tackle. 35. Out of bounds. Still on his feet. 30. 25.
He's still going.
Still on his feet. 20.
He's still
on his feet. What a great run by the senior quarterback. He's down to the 10-yard line. Oh my goodness.
My thoughts exactly. Oh, my goodness. You won't see a more exciting run from a more exciting player than you just saw right there, you just listened to on that run. A big-time run. That's going to be about a 68-yard run. 68 yards. DJ Banks, the Rebels now in a position to tie this football game.
First down from the 11-yard line are the West Monroe Rebels. Sistrunk out, Andrew Bryan in. Sistrunk with some equipment problems. Here's Ramirez, split wide to the left. Two tight end formation, Talton and Abrams. Banks under center.
He's got to hurry.
He's got to get the play off. Call for the football. There's flags, and West Monroe moved because if they hadn't, Talton would have scored. That'll cost us 5.
That was a touchdown. The right side of the offensive line moved as the play clock was running down. Eric Talton would have been untouched, running the option in the end zone. The give was to the fullback inside, but the Rebels jumped just a tad bit too early. And the reason why I say he would have scored is because they jumped at the same time he took the snap or right before it. And so you could easily see what the play was how it was going to develop.
And the blocks were there.
Now it's first and 15.
First and 15 from the 16-yard line. Same formation for West Monroe. Near far side is the wide receiver. Here's Talton again. Still on his feet, pushing the pile forward, and he's near back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard short. Pickup of about 4. It'll be second down and 11. Rebels can get a first down, Jim, at about the 3-yard line.
And the Cougars sending in reinforcements along that defensive line. Andrew Dempsey, junior defensive tackle, an extra lineman coming in there for St. Thomas More.
Two tight ends set again. High backfield. Banks under center. Checks the line, calls the play. Here it is. Talton
moved again. The Rebels moved again. They're so anxious here. They want it so bad that they're losing their composure and their poise at one of the most critical junctures of the football game.
So 2 procedure penalties on this drive. And West Monroe now second down and back to 16. Second down and 16. Can get a first down at about the 2-yard line. Don't have to score. But West Monroe has got to calm down. They've got to calm down.
They picked up 5 yards on the only play they've run. But unfortunately, 2 illegal procedure penalties make it second down and 16.
Again, 2 tight ends set. Maybe they'll try to slip one of these tight ends out for a pass.
I doubt it.
Same formation. Banks under center. Yeah, he's going to throw the football wide open as a tight end, and he got it.
You're right,
He's
Bill.
inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. So that's a good pickup. That's Underwood, his, 4th catch of the season.
Sixth
catch of the season, and now that brings up a third down and about 7.
Well, Bill, you made me look silly. I didn't think they would throw it there, but it was open, and the ball was thrown low to Underwood. He had to go down to the ground to catch it. Otherwise, he would have picked up more yardage.
So third down and 7 for West Monroe. Again, the 2 tight formation. Ramirez in the ball game wide, and they moved again, but they didn't call it. Abrams won't get there. Now let's see what Coach Showers is going to do. It's 4th down. They lost a yard.
I kind of wish they would have called it there.
I do too. Looked like that we were way ahead of that play, but they didn't call it. The little counter tray that Abrams, it worked well in the first half, didn't work well this time, and it looks like West Monroe will try for a field goal. Man, oh man. 3:52 and counting in the third quarter. 28-21, the Cougars lead it.
Cody Hollis, 3 of 4 on field goals this year. All of them that he's made have been inside 30 yards. This one's going to be about 27 yards.
High snap. The snap is up. The kick block, and it's going to be run back. Goodness gracious alive.
It was a low kick, and it was picked up by number 47, Paul Toss, for St. Thomas More. The decision to kick a field goal backfires, and St. Thomas More has the football at their own 40.
Well, everything that St. Thomas More has needed to happen in this football game has happened. They got a defensive touchdown. They blocked the kick. West Monroe has made mistakes on these drives. They stopped the Cougars on 2 consecutive possessions to start this third quarter and couldn't do anything. 3 and out the first possession, had a great drive in the second possession, and then shot themselves in the foot.
And now it's going to be extremely important for West Monroe to try to regroup here and stop St. Thomas More for the third time in the second half.
Now DeGraw is at quarterback, and the timeout is called by St. Thomas More. We'll keep it here. We'll go down for a Teresa's Flooring sideline report, and our man Stanley Dupuy.
Well, guys, a little disappointing on that offensive series. We really thought we got the ball down on the 11. We were going to punch it in after a highlight run by DJ Banks. But, guys, we just got to stop them again and keep plugging hard. You know, we're still in this game. If we can just get another stop, the defense is starting to turn around and play well. If we can just keep the momentum going our way, stop here, get another score, I think we're just right back in this game. We're just so close, guys. This team needs something good for it to happen to them right now tonight. We've faced a lot of adversity, and we just need to keep plugging.
Well, we need a turnover. That's something that St. Thomas More has done throughout this season. DeGraw at quarterback out of the shotgun, 3 wideouts. And DeGraw fakes it, keeps it, looks no running room. I mean, he's hit and dropped for a yard loss. Real good defense that time by number 93. No, it's 33. That's Omar Sadecki from his linebacker position. He filled the hole nicely.
And DeGraw's slow to get up. He's favoring his left knee, and he's going to have to come out of this ball game. He took a couple of shots from the Rebel defensive players.
So that'll cost the Cougars a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 when we return. We'll take a time. We're back at Cougar Stadium, Jim. It looked like maybe a cramp of some sort for DeGraw. He'll have to come out for one play. 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars of St. Thomas More. So for the first time in a long time, the Cougars have got 2nd down and long, and Joseph back into the football game.
And this is the longest we've gone without a score. It's 28-21. All the scoring came in the first half of play, and we've gone almost 9 minutes here in the third quarter without any points being put on the board.
Well, that's a huge loss if DeGraw can't get back in this one. 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars. Shotgun formation, 2 backs flank. Ely shows pressure. Mingo shows pressure. Here's a pass. It's thrown straight up in the air, and Ely will knock it away. Nice job. I thought that we might be able to pick that one off, but Ely knocked the man down at the 40, and Ely's taking a knee. He's hurt.
Well, you know, Ely's had that stinger. And, you know, he's had to come out of a couple of different ball games, and we'll see Pizzolatto coming in the football game now, and I'm sure that's probably what it was. But he separated, first of all, there was tremendous pressure on Emil Joseph, and he was nailed as he threw it. I mean, he threw a sky ball, and it was a sideline pass. But he threw it close enough to the sideline that the receiver, number 8, Philip Freeman, was able to get his hands on it, but then David Ely knocked it away.
Ely showed pressure initially. Mingo came around, and he was the one that actually brought the pressure. Ely came back out on pass coverage, and as you say, the ball dangerously thrown high, and it was a floater in Ely. Man, I thought he was going to get it, but he separated the receiver from the football, and so now instead of 3rd and 2, we got 3rd and 11.
And this is a situation the Rebels have wanted to put St. Thomas More in the entire ball game. They've been unable to do so, and let's see what St. Thomas More comes up with. They have this tremendous receiver, Jordan James, about 6'4", 200 pounds, but the Rebels have Jonas Tyson on him now. Let's see if they try to get it to their big man.
DeGraw not in the ball game. Joseph in the shotgun. Will the Rebels bring pressure? Here's the snap. They're looking to throw. Joseph, and nobody coming. He's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked back at the 20. Oh, what a horrible spot. They're gonna spot it at the 30-yard line?
Well, that's where the initial hit was made. They drove him back, and I think they blew the whistle once that initial contact was made. I think that's Tyler Bordeaux, and the Rebels come up with the big play on 3rd and long, and now DJ Banks is going to drop back deep in anticipation of this.
You have to call that a coverage sack because he had a little bit of time to throw the football, did he not? Before the pressure came.
He did.
Nice job defensively. Again, now the 3rd straight time the Cougars have been thwarted, and this ball is punted high. We need to get away from it. Hits at the 40, takes a nice Cougar bounce, and it'll die somewhere around the 29-yard line. So West Monroe will get it 1st down and 10 from the 29, 2:05 left in this game, and left in the 3rd quarter. The Cougars leading 28-21. Stanley, a quick Teresa sideline report from you.
Well, guys, if we ever need a good drive, this is it right now. The offensive lines really need to just settle down here, and they've talked to them about the jumping off sides and just be patient and don't be too anxious here. Just get after them.
Again, 2 tight end set, one wide receiver formation. Here's Banks under center. He's going to drop back to throw. He's got a man streaking down. He's open. He overthrew it. Barfield was open at about the 35-yard line, but he threw it over the outstretched arms. Talton has come up limping, and now it's 2nd and 10, and Talton is going to have to come out of the football game, I believe.
He's going to stay
No, he's going to stay.
But that time, Barfield had a step or two, but it would have taken an absolute perfect pass to complete it, and the pass was just a bit overthrown.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. The Rebels need to move the football. Got to get a 1st down here. Here's Banks under center. Gives it. No, he's going to keep it. Keeps it all the way. Sticks his head down across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
And Talton really favoring that left leg. Don't know if it's an ankle or a cramp, but he's not going to be much of an option inside for West Monroe right now, and he's holding that left leg in the huddle. 3rd down, manageable, though, for West Monroe.
3rd down and about 3. We'll call it a long 3 for West Monroe. Same formation. 2 tight end set. Banks under center. Checks the line, calls for the football. Here's the fullback. No, it's Banks. He keeps it. He's going to be near a 1st down.
He got it. I don't know how, but he got it.
I think he did. He got the 1st down by just the nose of the football. 1st down and 10 for West Monroe. What a run by DJ Banks.
Well, he didn't hand it inside to Talton. Don't know if it was because Eric, is favoring that leg, but the pitch was covered. The outside was covered. He followed Talton inside and just broke a tackle and lunged his way for that extra half-yard for the 1st down.
Talton lobbied Coach Showers to come out of the ball game, and Coach Showers told him to stay in.
And we've got an equipment problem with Dylan Day. He's got to hurry.
Again, 2 tight end formation. Here's Banks under center, going to give it to Talton. He's got some running room. He's near the 45. He got about 4. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 for West Monroe. Dylan Day helmet off now. He's going to have to, I guess he'll have to get that equipment fixed. We need him to get it. Don't need him out of the ball game.
Well, he's played outstanding on that strong side over there. Looks like he's ready to go. 28 seconds and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Rebels trail it by 7, 28-21.
Again, 2 tight end formation for West Monroe. Here's a little counter to Abrams. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's got a 1st down and then some as he barrels his way to about the 46-yard line of the Cougars. Another 1st down run by Ladarius Abrams, who picked up 100 yards in the 1st half of play. I believe that's only his 3rd carry of the 2nd half.
10 carries, 115 yards for Abrams, 11 carries, 102 yards for DJ Banks. We've got about 11 seconds to go, and the Rebels are going to let the clock run out and start with the football at the 46 when we return for the 4th quarter.
1 quarter left in the season for the number 1 ranked West Monroe Rebels on the road here tonight against the Cougars. 28 St. Thomas. Welcome back to Cougar Stadium in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm Bill Norris, along with Jim Norris, Stanley Dupuy. It's 1 quarter left in this season if West Monroe can't come back, but they've got 1 quarter to do something about this 7-point deficit.
Well, they've got a lot of quarters potentially to be played, but none bigger than this one right here at Cougar Stadium in Lafayette, Louisiana.
They've made one adjustment offensively, Jim, to that 2 tight end formation. They've thrown it a couple of times to keep St. Thomas More honest, but it's really been the running of Banks and Abrams that have brought the West Monroe Rebels back, and now first down and 10 for West Monroe. Here's a Talton. He's got running room. He's near a first down run himself. He may be just about a yard short. And here's a late flag, and that may be on number 65, Dylan Day.
Boy, and if the Rebels get called for unsportsmanlike conduct on a 2nd and 1 or a 9-yard run on first down, that's the kind of mistakes that the Rebels just have been making all game long, and they started off
unsportsmanlike conduct
by doing it on the very first play of the first quarter. You know, I know Dylan Day is a very intense young man, playing extremely hard, but you've got to keep your composure. You know, if you don't, it's going to cost you the ball game. And instead of being 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 16. And when you're running the ball, not able to throw it that effectively tonight, you can't pick up 2nd down and 16.
What a costly penalty. A boneheaded play that time by a really good offensive lineman. Here's a 2 wide receiver set now, this time for West Monroe. Banks looking to throw. Going to make a move, still on his feet, still looking to throw, going to toss it out to Talton, and he dropped it.
He doesn't have the best hands, and if he catches that, it's 3rd down and about 6 or 7. Instead, he just looked kind of ugly, his attempt to catch the football. And now how big is an unsportsmanlike penalty call against West Monroe? You know, those are the kinds of mistakes that cost you football games.
So 3rd down and about 16 for West Monroe as the St. Thomas More Cougar faithful get on their feet, and they are making some noise.
And Bill, the Rebels have 250 yards rushing, but when you have to get 16 yards in 2 plays, it just takes the ball out of your hands running the football.
Now 4 wide receivers set. Back to pass is Banks. He's got Manning, and it's going to be intercepted. Jeremy with his 2nd interception of the night, and he's still on his feet, runs it out of bounds in Rebel territory at inside the 50-yard line. Yep. My, oh my.
And that might be the series of events that continue this 2nd round playoff. I don't know, jinx, hex, whatever you call it, but the Rebels were put in a position where they had to throw the football. DJ gave his man a chance, just barely overthrew it. But, you know, you had to take the shot. I mean, it's 3rd down and 16. You're down by 7. It's the 4th quarter. But instead of 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 16 because the Rebels were called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Let's take a quick Teresa's Flooring sideline report and our man Stanley Dupick. Stanley, are you listening?
Well, we'll keep it here, Bill. Eight penalties now, 46 yards against the Rebels. They've had a fumble, 2 interceptions, and a block kick.
Just can't win championship football games like that, no matter who you play. Here's first down from the Rebel 48-yard line. Joseph in shotgun formation. He's got his running back, Ozine, and Brazel missed a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to squeeze for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Well, they got enough of him so that safety Samar Mazu was able to bring him down after a relatively short game. But you're right, Brazel, you know, and he's injured tonight, so he's got a hip injury, and he's been fighting that all week.
Now they've got DeGraw flanked wide, and they've got James in the slot this time.
Well, they're trying to take.
Cougars making an adjustment.
They're trying to get Tyson off of James.
Here's Joseph back in shotgun formation. He's looking to throw the football, and here's Jimmy with a great ball. Batted it down, and Mingo almost came up with the interception.
That was Jordan Allen.
Jordan Allen, I'm sorry.
With the big paw. He knocked it into the air, and Mingo almost came up with the interception. Jordan Allen was coming off the left end, Mingo off the right end. Allen almost knocked it over to Mingo. So St. Thomas More, they're coming out throwing the football. You know, because they know if they can score one more time, they can win this football game.
3rd down and 7 for the Cougars.
They might not have to score again, but I think they feel like if they do, they'll win this football game.
Now DeGraw in the slot, Ely out on him. Here's Joseph from the shotgun. Looking, here's pressure. He's going to be nailed again. That's Jordan Allen on the sack, and they're going to get him back at the 45-yard line. A big sack by Jordan Allen and David Ely, and now that's going to force the Cougars to have to punt the football. And West Monroe now 5 consecutive possessions, they have forced the Cougars to punt. They've been unable to cut into that 7-point deficit.
Well, the first 2 times they had the football, they were deep in their own territory. But again, the last time they had it, they were on the move, but just mistakes killed them.
Here's a punt by, and it's blocked. It's blocked. Pick it up, Miramano, and run it in for the touchdown. No, it's
Mingo. Mingo got it.
Mingo to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Rebels! Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, I tell you what, the St. Thomas More Stadium is stunned, and across the way, the Rebels are going absolutely crazy. I'm not sure who blocked it, but they came pouring in this time.
Samramaju with the block.
Samramaju with the block. He tried to pick it up. He was hit as he was picking it up, and so the ball continued to roll about on the ground as the Rebels try to get a man on the field for the extra point, which is critical. Mingo picked it up and ran it in.
Here's Hollis. He's had some problems this evening with extra points. Here's the Doopy snap. The hold is up. The kick is up.
He drilled
and it is drilled through. With 9:41 left in the fourth quarter, I never want to thunk it. St. Thomas More 28, West Monroe 28. You're listening to Rebel Football on LA 105.3. We're back at Cougar Stadium, and I'm simply out of breath. It's 28-all with 9:41 left in this one, Jim. What a football game.
You may lose your voice before long, and myself included, you know. But, yeah, I tell you, I've got a suggestion. I think that the Rebels from now on, when they go undefeated in the regular season, ought to play in the first round of the playoffs and then get a bye in the second round. Just skip these second-round football games. Goodness gracious, I can't take it anymore.
Me neither. Torres will tee it up from the south 40. Back deep is James and Jeremy, both standing at about the 10-yard line. Look for Torres to kind of pooch this one or squib it downfield. Of course, it gives the Cougars great field position when they do that.
I'd kick it to James.
Here's Torres from the 40. And he does put a nice leg in it. James is going to run down, and he's going to bounce out of bounds. And a penalty. So 35-yard line. Well, that's better than what we had been doing when we were kicking it and squibbing it.
But not by much.
Not by much. But the Cougars now will have to go scrimmage from the 35-yard line. First down and 10. And the Rebel defense back out there again. 5 consecutive possessions they've stopped the Cougars. Here's the most critical. The 6th possession. It's in the fourth quarter. 9:41 left in the game. 28. It's come down to this.
Well, it's the most critical one because it's the last one, you know. I mean, it's the
next one you got.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one in the moment right now. So let's see what happens.
High backfield now. Under center is Joseph. Calls for the football, going to hand it off to the tailback, and that's Ozine, and he's got running room. Cross the 40 to about the 41-yard line, a pickup of about 7. It'll be second down and 3. So that looked pretty good for the Cougars.
They just lined up and ran right at West Monroe. And, again, there's that big gain on first down. When the Rebels have been able to limit the gain on first down, they've been successful defensively. When they haven't been able to limit the gain on first down, they've had trouble.
They'll call it 6. It'll be second down and 4. Again, Joseph under center, same formation, same time. This time, but Mingo in the backfield going to stop him for about a yard loss.
Yeah, but that's big Chucky Hunter, Bill. I mean, he
blew it up.
He blew it up. There was nowhere to go, and the running back had nowhere to run, Ozine, and then Mingo just slung him down. Loss of about a yard.
DeGraw now checks into the football game for the Cougars on a 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 4. Big 3rd down for the Cougars, big 3rd down for the Rebel defense. And the Rebel faithful on their feet across the way. Here's DeGraw. in the slot, nobody on him.
He's uncovered.
He's uncovered. 2 wide receivers to the show. Here's Joseph, and he's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. I thought it was intercepted by Brazel, but it's incomplete. And the Cougars will have to punt. West Monroe gets the football back.
I think that's Miramonto along with Brazel there. They knew McGraw was there. They were showing McGraw. They're almost saying, like, throw it to McGraw. We know we're leaving him uncovered. Mingo came. He disrupted. He got in the quarterback's face, but then Brazel got there along with Miramonto.
Tyler Listy will punt it from about the 26-yard line. Here's the snap. It's a good snap, and it went off the side of his foot. We needed something like that to happen. It'll bound and go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So first down and 10 for West Monroe at the 35. 8:16 left in this one, all tied at 28.
And, Bill, that's what a block punt will do to your punter. He just kind of loses his rhythm and kicks it a little bit, out of sync. He's averaging 41 yards per kick, and that one went about 20-25.
First down and 10 for West Monroe. They send Barfield to the near side, 2 tight end set. Talton in the game along with Abrams. Here's Banks under center. Going to hand it off to Abrams. He's going to try the left side. Not much running room. About a yard. It'll be second down and long. Second and 9. Well, they gave him maybe 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 after the nice defensive play from number 57 for the Cougars is, who is 57?
That's going to be Matt Cannon.
Matt Cannon.
I tell you what, that was a heck of a collision between Abrams and Cannon.
Ramirez to the near side, 2 tight end formation. Here's Banks under center. Little counter play to Abrams. He's got running room.
Look out.
Darius, he's still on his feet. 50. He's a 45, 40, 35.
It's a foot race.
25, 20, 15, 10. He's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. And West Monroe has it first down. Goal to go with 7:30 left in this one.
I tell you what, Ladarius Abrams, he kind of ran out of gas a little bit, and that time Nick LeBrun had the angle on him. But that counter tray has worked all night long. Those pulling guard and tackles for West Monroe have really done the damage. 163 yards on the ground on 13 carries for Ladarius Abrams, but they've got to finish it here.
2 tight end set. Barfield to the near side. Banks calling for the football under center. Here's the fullback. No, he's going to keep it. Banks inside the 5.
He's in.
Is he scoring? He does. Touchdown, D.J. Banks. And the Rebels have stormed their way back and take the lead, 34-28 with 7:14 left in this football game.
Bill, that was a 3-play, 65-yard drive. Abrams went for 2 yards on first down. He went for about 55 on second down. And then D.J. Banks with a good fake inside to Talton. And let me tell you, D.J. Banks is running with authority tonight.
A big critical extra point now. Here's Doopy's snap. It's a good one. The placement is down. The kick is up, and Hollis drills this one. 35-28 with 7:14 left in the fourth period. You're listening to Rebel Football. You heard it right. West Monroe 35, the Cougars 28. We'll be back right after this. Well, Torres had the right idea last time as he kicked it to James. Jim said we ought to kick it to number 12, and we did. If he could get it a little closer toward the hash mark, that would have been a good kick. The other one went out of bounds, and so Torres now again will tee it up from the south 40, this Mason's Pharmacy scoring drive.
Well, we got a Dilla's fresh Mexican grill in-game scoreboard. Ouachita 13, Bird 7, 2:13 to go in the third quarter. St. Paul 7, Thibodeau nothing. And Ruston is down 17-10 against Destrehan.
So 7:14, it's up to the defense for West Monroe. Torres tees it up at the south 40. Jeremy and James will be back deep, and Torres kicks it out of bounds again.
Well, that time he even kicked it further out of bounds.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll try to make him kick that one again or just take it at the 35.
I think that coach is going to take that one at the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cougars. 7:14 left in this one. And West Monroe has, overcome some big-time adversity, have they not?
Oh, Bill, no question about it. I mean, this has been a wild game. But, again, it's the second round of the playoffs. So, what do you expect?
All right, 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. DeGraw in flanking to the right, to the left side of Joseph at quarterback. He's going to throw it out to the bubble screen. That's James, and he may have, well, he dropped the football. They're going to say it was a forward pass, and so that's incomplete. So when James needed to catch it, he couldn't do it. 2nd down and 10. Surprised we weren't a little bit more on that coverage than we were. Again, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Ely drifts out. He's going to pick up number 9 out there, or number 8, excuse me. That's Philip Freeman. And Jordan James will flank out beside him. 1 wide receiver to the far side. Again, same formation for Joseph. Here's the shotgun. Pressure on him. Joseph looking, going deep.
He's got
a man. Turn around, Jonas, and intercept it. Oh, that's not interference. There's no way that's pass interference, Jim.
Well,
it's got to be offensive pass interference.
If it's against Jonas Tyson, that will be one of the worst calls that I've ever seen. Jonas turned around, went for the ball, and the offensive receiver, tackled him and ran right over him. And they're going to call
pass interference against the Cougars, and that's the right call. I promise you that's the right call. Irregardless of what you might say, Jonas Tyson was in a great position to intercept that football, and he was interfered with trying to make the interception, and that'll cost the Cougars 15 big ones, and the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line, and this one's going to bring up 3rd down, a loss of down on that, Jim. So it's 3rd down and 25 yards to go for a first down.
And Bill, they actually had Freeman open, but he was running down the sideline. The ball didn't quite get to the sideline. He was thrown more to the hash, and that's why the receiver had to try to make the move on the ball to prevent the interception.
Here's a shotgun formation. Here's Joseph back to pass. A little bubble screen out here to number 12, Jordan James.
He's got some room.
He's got some running room, but he's not going to get the first down. He just needed he had to get to the 45. He got to about the 32, which is short of the original line of scrimmage, and now the Cougars will have to punt. Let's put the return on. Let's get the football. 6:44 and counting. Let's eat this clock up. Let's get back to North Louisiana safe and sound with a win. How about that?
Well, let's just get out of the second round alive.
Yeah.
watch things here. It's 4th down and 12.
Yeah, Tyler Listy now. That's Jeremy in the up. He's going to punt it. Pizzolato applied a little bit of pressure, but that's another bad punt. Get out of the way. Ely lets it out of bounds. The ball will be at about the 39-yard line. So pretty good field position for West Monroe as they scrimmage from what will be about the 39-yard line. 1st down and 10. Stanley, what a turn of events. Let's go to another Teresa's Flooring sideline report. Well, he's cheering the offense on. He needs to learn to pay attention. But anyway, more power to him down there.
He's one of the biggest cheerleaders. You know, he's got a son out there that
you're
plays.
Absolutely right.
And it means a lot to him and all of these West Monroe fans.
2 tight ends set. Here's another counter trade. Abrams has got running room. He's outside the 45. He's to the 50.
It's a foot race.
Go. 45, 30, 25, 20. He's out of bounds. Inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 14. Ladarius Abrams took it again around the left side, and West Monroe is set up nicely for this one. And the faithful, don't tell me that guy's going to leave. He's been standing up all game long.
It's a 50-yard run. Ladarius Abrams.
200 yards, has he not?
Well, Bill, he's got 14 carries, 210 yards. He's gone over 200 yards in this football game. You got to give a lot of credit to Pipes, Hendricks, Dylan Day, David Hurd, Colt Sistrunk, and those tight ends.
No question about it. 2 tight ends set again. Here's Banks calling for the football. Gives it to Talton. No, he's going to keep it behind Talton. Squeezes it inside the 10-yard line down to about the 9.
So right now, if you're the Rebels, I'm just telling you what you need. You need to punch this football in. You need to score, run a little time, but don't make any mistakes. I know you're eager. Guys, I know you're anxious, but just keep your composure. Run the play clock down and pound this thing in. And I'm with Bill. Let's get out of Lafayette, Louisiana in District 258.
2nd and 5 for West Monroe. Ball at the 9-yard line. 2 tight ends set. Remedies down to the near side. Here's a Talton. He's going to run hard, and he's going to get stood up at about the 7-yard line. So he picked up 3, and it'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Now, Eric's going to have to run a little lower than that, because if they stand him up, that's an ideal situation for someone to kind of knock that football loose. West Monroe has run for 366 yards on the night. 34 carries, 366 yards. Banks with a 124, Abrams 210.
Here's a 3rd down and 3 for West Monroe. 2 tight ends set. Barfield in the game. Banks calls for the football. Going to keep it? No, he's going to give it to Talton. He's still on his feet inside the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line.
He got the first down. First down
and goal for West Monroe.
Well, that was a tough run inside by Talton, Bill. He has 7 carries for about 32 yards. He's got a touchdown tonight, but his runs inside have been tough, and he's picked up the necessary yardage when the Rebels needed it the most.
4:37 and counting. If you're listening back home, we're trying to bring it back to West Monroe. First down and goal from the 3. Banks under center. Talton, Abrams. Here's the switch, the pitch to Abrams. He's going to score. Touchdown, West Monroe, and they put it on the board.
Wait. Ladarius Abrams, who was doing a little showboating there, I'm not sure he gets into the end zone. Before he got into the end zone, he stuck it out with one hand, and let's see what they call. This could be a big penalty. Hopefully it's after the play, but guys, you've got to keep your composure.
All right, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against West Monroe. Touchdown stands.
Well, but still, that's not.
Yeah, that's really not. That's not class, and we don't teach that, and that's not good for Ladarius. Not good at all.
15 carries, 213 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. I mean, he's been the man tonight, along with that offensive line and DJ Banks. But
can Hollis kick it 35 yards?
Well, he's got the leg. It just depends on which leg he brings out.
It's going to be critical for the snap, the hold. We're going to have to keep these guys out. This is a big extra point. Doopy's the snapper, Barfield the holder. Here's the snap. It's a little high. Here's the kick by Hollis. It's on its way, and it is short. No good.
Well,
so the unsportsmanlike penalty from Abrams cost West Monroe that extra point. With 4:16 left to go in the contest, West Monroe 41, St. Thomas More 28. Here's a kick by Torres. Let's see if we can keep it in bounds. Well, I think it hit number 5, Jim, and it went out of bounds. I don't see a flag, but I believe number 5 tried to field it. He did. It didn't, and he couldn't come up with it, but it was last touched at about
it's going to go out about the 24. He actually hit it around the 35-yard line, but it went through his hands, and since he touched it, then there's no penalty against West Monroe, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Cougars at the 24. So, you know, that was a pretty good piece of kicking that time by Torres.
Teresa's Flooring, our sideline report sponsor, Mason's Pharmacy, Dilla's in Fresh Mexican Grill, Homes Plus, our pregame and postgame. We'll get to the rest of our sponsors momentarily. 3 wide receivers set. Here's Emil Joseph back to pass, looking to throw deep. No, he's got plenty of time, and he threw it out to Jordan James, and he's going to catch at about the 32, 33-yard line. No, they're marking it actually the 34, pickup of about 4 to be second down and 6.
No, it's going to be about the 29, Bill.
I'm sorry, 29. You're absolutely right.
Started at the 24, about a 5-yard pickup, moved it to the 29. That time, not much pressure. Right now, the Rebels simply playing coverage.
Second down, and we'll call it 6. Again, Joseph in shotgun looking. Here's Mingo applying some pressure. He's got to run out. Joseph is running out looking. I think he's beyond the line of scrimmage. They threw it out. I thought he was beyond the line of scrimmage there.
He was.
At the 30-yard line, no flag. They knocked the official down. Probably when he was getting ready to reach for his hanky, they knocked him out of bounds, so he couldn't pull it out.
But I tell you what, give Emil Joseph a lot of credit. Mingo came inside on the rush. He took an inside move, and he almost had him. Emil Joseph spun away, and then he ran from the area that Mingo had vacated, and almost ad-lib there for a big-time play. Now it's third down and about 6.
Third down and 6. 2 wide receivers flank to the far side, 1 to the near side. Again, Joseph keeps DeGraw in the backfield along with another back, shotgun formation. He's going to roll that way. Looking to pass. Got a man out there is Jordan, and he's going to go down and be pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
Well, if they could have, taken him down in bounds, that would have kept the clock running. The Rebels just allowed him. All Jonas Tyson had to do was bring him down wide open that time as he rolled to his right. Emil Joseph, he connects with Jordan James, and James was able to fight his way out of bounds and stop this clock at 3:27, and the Rebels holding a 13-point lead. 41 points for the Rebels. They've overcome a 21-0 deficit.
Unbelievable. First down and 10 from the 43-yard line of the Cougars. Joseph, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Has DeGraw in the backfield with him, 3 wide receivers set. Joseph looking, still has a pass, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. I don't know if he caught it. They're going to give him the catch.
He caught it. That time David Ely was in coverage. He never found the football. And Philip Freeman, an outstanding receiver with 6 touchdowns on the year, came into the ball game with 26 receptions for almost 500 yards. And he has tremendous hands. And right now the Rebels only rushing 4 and not getting much pressure on the quarterback. And right now the Cougars, with those last 2 plays going out of bounds, not taking a lot of time off the clock.
No, they're not. Here's another first down play as the ball in Rebel territory at the 46. Joseph back to pass. Token pressure. Here's a Mingo. He knocked it out of his hands.
Fumble.
West Monroe, I believe, has recovered the fumble. No.
Mingo tried to.
Oh, my goodness.
Mingo, instead of falling on it, tried to pick it up and run with it. And that allowed one of the offensive linemen for St. Thomas More. But the result of the play is going to be about 15-yard loss.
Yeah. So it'll back it all the way back to the Cougar 40, and it'll be second down, and we'll call it about 21.
Well, if it's a 14-yard loss, it'll be 24.
24. Same formation for the Cougars. Back to pass. Here's more pressure. This time the bubble string to James, and he's got running room. But a nice job by, who is that out there? Sadecki?
That's
Sammer Maju. What a nice job from his safety to come in and make that tackle.
Well, the Rebels brought the blitz, and so, they didn't have many guys in coverage. They had that screen set up well, and if Maju doesn't make the tackle, that might go the distance, 2:22 and counting.
Same formation. Joseph looking to pass, rolls his way.
He's in trouble.
He throws it out here. It's going to be, I believe that's going to have hit the ground.
It did.
Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:13. It'll be third down and about 14 yards to go.
And that time Jordan James tried to act as if he was able to get his hands underneath that one. It's fourth down, Bill. Fourth down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fourth down. You're absolutely right. Fourth down. This is the last play for the Cougars. They've got to pick up a first down. They've got to go, Jim, to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's the last play in this possession if they don't pick up a first down. So this could be the play of the ball game. If the Rebels hold here, they should be able to run out this clock or come pretty close to it. And with a 2-touchdown lead, that ought to do the trick. A timeout?
No, I'm wondering why the 25-second clock hadn't started yet.
Well, that's the same thing that the Rebel coaching staff has wanted.
Goodness gracious alive.
You basically just gave St. Thomas More a timeout there.
Fourth down and 14. Joseph looking for his receiver. Mingo throws it over the middle, in and out of the hands of DeGraw, and West Monroe will take it. It was right there, Jim. DeGraw probably would have picked up the first down, but Joseph couldn't have thrown it any better than that.
Well, and he had time to call the play because for some reason they had an extra 15 or 20 seconds before the 25-second clock ever began to run. In fact, they might have had longer than that, 20, 25 seconds, and so they were able to get the play and they wanted. But, Bill, as you mentioned, DeGraw just couldn't come up with the reception. Right now, the Rebels hold a 13-point lead, 2:12 to go. They ought to be able to ice this football game.
2 tight ends set, 2 backs in the backfield, Talton and Abrams. Here's Banks, going to give it to Abrams. He's going to try and get back to the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. He'll get about 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6. I thought he was going to lose a yard.
Well, Bill, he was carrying that ball with 2 hands, both arms, and he kind of had it running like a fullback does right inside center. He didn't care if he picked up any yardage. He just didn't want to lose the football there.
Second down, and we'll call it 6 for West Monroe. Clock running, 1:42 and counting.
Bill, 377 yards on the ground tonight for West Monroe on 37 carries. That's 10.2 yards a carry, and that's a big improvement over the first 2 times they had the football.
Second down now. Here's a little counter trey to Abrams, and he fumbled the football. My goodness gracious alive.
He fumbled the football.
And I believe the Cougars have
And he's hurt. And Abrams is hurt, and the Cougars have the ball.
Abrams is hurt.
Abrams is hurt, and the Cougars have the ball. You know, goodness gracious, just take a knee. Take a knee.
Abrams on the ground. Kirk Frenham. David Tretton out looking at him at the Cougar 45-yard line. He's face down, and
it was a counter tray, and on the counter tray, what happens is the defensive end just kind of comes flying in, and most of the time they just run it inside of him. But a lot of times that pulling tackle will be able to push him outside of the play so he can't make a play. But that time he was able to knife in and hit Abrams right in his hip, and that's where Abrams has been hurt the last couple of weeks.
So a first down and 10 from the Rebel 48-yard line. The Cougars, when we thought they were through, have the football again. Here's Joseph back to pass, lots of pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Mingo is there along with Jordan Allen. Boy, they met him at the quarterback. That's Kiki Mingo, and that's why he's sought after by a bunch of Division I schools.
And let's see, I think the quarterback.
Maybe the quarterback down.
And,
no, I believe he's, well, I don't know, Jim. It may be Joseph. If that's the case, I guess we would see DeGraw then at quarterback.
And, you know, he's not moving much. And you're right, they literally met at the quarterback. So you had two defensive ends coming off the edge, and they got to the quarterback at about the same time.
Let's go to Stanley and see if we can get an update on Abrams. Stanley, Teresa's Flooring sideline report.
Yeah, guys, Ladarius got a helmet in the back. I just got through talking with him, and he's in a lot of pain. It's that back that he's had some problems with before. But I'm sorry I've not been able to go to you guys. I have been reverted back to my old Crowley coaching days, and I have been coaching and hugging and praying and challenging these guys on the sideline all fourth quarter. And I just sorry about going to y'all guys, but I got caught up in the game.
Stanley,
these kids are like my kids. I've coached so many of them, and then I just couldn't stand to see this game be over with down again to this district and to another Lafayette area team. And we've been hollering. I'm hoarse. We've been screaming, crying. We've been just pleading with these guys to play their hearts out. They have not quit. I'm proud of them. It's just like it. We waited for something good to happen. And if you'll remember, two good plays, guys. The kickoff return from Paul Turner when we got down by 2 touchdowns after we came back. What a key play in the first half. And the block punt by Samar Majiu, Mingo picking it up, running it in for a touchdown. I believe those two plays were the huge turnaround keys of the game for the Rebels tonight.
Well, Stanley, let's make sure, if you can hear us, let's make sure that we find out what the coaches are going to do when this one is over, if they're going to make the trip up or if they're going to try to hold it down on the field. We need to find that out. Maybe you can let us know. So it's second down. Joseph comes off on his own power. That's good to see. And DeGraw will take over at quarterback now for at least one play, Jim.
Ouachita 20, and it's Birds 7. Ouachita 20, Birds 7. That game is running late. And so it looks like there may be an old rivalry matching up next week in the third round.
Second down and about 9. DeGraw looking. He's going to throw it, wing it downfield. Here's Muramato, interception. That ought to do it. Muramato with 42.5 seconds left. Matt Muramato, the senior safety, comes up with a big interception at the 19-yard line.
And, Bill, this deal is fresh. The Mexican Grill in-game scoreboard. Bastrop 30. Well, these games are way out of whack. Bastrop didn't play Destrehan.
Played Helen Cox.
Bastrop 34, Helen Cox 12, Destrehan 17, Ruston 10, Acadiana 21, Rummel 14. That's a final. Ouachita 20, Birds 7. That game's still underway. Mangum 26, Guyton 0. Gaydon and Neville 26, Breaux Bridge 21.
Neville and Breaux Bridge. Breaux Bridge coming in one of the leading defensive units in the state, giving up only 13 points a game. Here's a first down and 10 for West Monroe, and they'll take a knee.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Stanley, now you've got to talk. I guess Coach Howes, maybe he'll come over here. But,
I hope so.
You know, this is the third time in the second round the Rebels looked like, they were going to lose it again. And let me tell you, they didn't play their best football game, but somehow, some way, they found a way to win this football game tonight and get past and get that second-round monkey off their back. And I think he's in the middle of the players.
Yeah, he's absolutely caught up in the moment. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2-1. This one is over, and the Rebels have prevailed in what was one of the best football games I guess I've seen all year. I mean, West Monroe,
exciting
in terms of overcoming adversity, man, they absolutely overcame adversity tonight.
An exciting football game. It's a football game that if you're a football fan, particularly a high school football fan, you know, you'll remember this one for a long, long time. You know, St. Thomas More came out, Bill, in the first half. They were efficient. They had three 10-play drives in the first half, and they were so good on first down that they kept the Rebels defense off guard. They were able to do just enough to move down the field and score touchdowns. The fumble on the lateral pass by Ladarius Abrams gave them a cheap touchdown.